Hey, Coach, Jerry Palm, CBS Sports. You must have had something like, I don't know, I lost count, but I think something on the order of 25 layups. What did you see in Purdue's defense that made you think you could break them down that easily?
Well, it's a combination of the way we've been playing, which has been a very aggressive style and attacking style, and also we knew that Johnson wanted to play pretty much the whole game, and I think he's fouled 50 sometimes in the year. He doesn't commit a lot of fouls, so we wanted to really go at him inside and their other bigs and see if he was going to stand up to us and foul or let us shoot layups. And we were fortunate we got quite a few baskets in the paint, and I think it becomes somewhat of a snowball effect. Once you get some in there, then you guys feel like we can keep getting them. I thought our ball screen actions were very effective tonight against Purdue. We would set a screen and then really try to attack. And Joey did a great job when he did draw the defense of making the extra pass, and we got some layups from that too.
Next question, right behind you.
Marilyn Garcia from USA Today. You've had some pretty good players, NBA draft picks, in the last couple of years. What about this group has gotten you to the Sweet 16?
Well, when we started the year, we gave our team a motto, and it was our time right now. And the purpose of that motto was for our seniors, for our older players to understand Eric Maynor's now in the NBA, Larry Sanders is now in the NBA. This is your team. This is our time. And the right now part of it is it's now or never, because at this point, obviously in the season, when you lose, you go home. And for our four seniors, this is their last opportunity. So to answer your question, I think our group over the last couple of weeks, our conference tournament and this run in the NCAA tournament has really sunk their teeth into living that motto.
Next question. Back here on the left.
The same thing I asked Bradford is you guys have lost the games, and Coach Painter was saying in looking at tape, there are games in which you guys look like you could beat anybody, and there are games in which you haven't looked like that. I mean, what is working now?
Well, first of all, anybody can beat anybody. That's college basketball. That's why you played the game. Purdue beat Ohio State a few weeks ago. Ohio State beat George Mason by 30 today. George Mason came to our place and beat us, and then we beat them in the tournament. That's just how basketball works. So, unfortunately, we're not out there coaching robots where we can push a button and they're going to do the exact same thing every time. There's going to be games where fatigue sets in. There's going to be games where, let's face it, on the road, you might not be as sharp for whatever reason. I think our guys have done a good job all year following the plan. But, some games we've had more energy than others. Some games our guys have been more highly motivated. I think the biggest key, though, is when you get to this time of year, you're playing your best basketball, and that's what these guys are doing. That's what our whole group is doing.
What do you think Richmond's going to be like when you get back to town with both you and Richmond in the Sweet 16?
Well, it's a great basketball town, and we have a terrific following in Richmond. We have great fans. It's going to be buzzing, that's for sure. This is obviously our first trip to the Sweet 16 at VCU, and we're excited to share that with the whole city and our whole VCU community, from professors to students to athletic administrators. This win here, these 3 wins that we've had this week, it's for everybody at VCU.
Next question. Any other questions for Coach Smart? We'll go right here and then in the front.
Yesterday when I talked to you about what it would take to slow down Purdue's offense, you kind of acknowledged that Johnson and Moore were going to get theirs, and it was to try and stop the other guys. Well, Ryan Smith has a huge game, but Etuan Moore did not. Well, what is it that you did and even really Johnson? He had 25 and 14, but it felt like it could have been even more.
Right.
What did you do to those 2 guys to slow them down, and then were you happy with what you did to the supporting cast?
Well, Smith got free for some jump shots against the press. When we play the way we do, that's going to happen sometimes. That's okay. It's collateral damage. We still got the game going the way we wanted it to be. Now, if you'd have told me we were going to score 94 points, then I would have been okay with Smith getting some of those three-point shots. And I think our guys did a good job on E'Twaun Moore. Ed Nixon guarded him for most of the game. He's been, to me, one of the best defenders in our conference. He doesn't get enough recognition for it for whatever reason, but he's been our best defender for 2 years since I got here. So that was the reason that we were able to hold E'Twaun to 33% shooting. Then with Johnson, he's a great player. Our guys did a good job on him. He got free a few times around the basket. I think the thing that helped us is we made him work for everything he got, particularly for the first 35 minutes of the game, and that tired him out some. I think it affected him on our offensive end as well.
Right over here.
Coach, I just wondered if you got a chance to see Coach Purnell at all this weekend in Chicago.
I didn't get a chance to see him because I've been holed up in the tape room at the Renaissance Hotel. So I wish I would have got a chance to see Coach. He did come to the game on Friday, and he came to the game today, so I got a chance to wave across the court at him. But he's just such a huge influence on me. And as I've said before, the thing that I've really tried to take from him is his positivity and optimism, and that's really helped us these last couple weeks.
Next question on the right over here, Coach.
Could you talk about Javonte Reddick and DJ Haley, and they really stepped up early on, and especially Javonte Reddick with the mid-range jumpers?
They both stepped up big time. 18 points in 19 minutes between the two of them. And, you're talking about two freshmen out there playing to go to the Sweet 16. It's pretty amazing. And I want to get them in there more and more and more. But you get in a game like this, and Purdue was playing kind of small. Burgess is so good for us at the 4 spot. And Skeen's been our best player this year, or him and Brad have been our best players. So they didn't get to play as much, but they certainly took advantage of the 19 minutes they got. They've gotten better and better and better all year. That's what freshmen are supposed to do. They've listened. They've showed a great level of humility. They understand it's not about them. It's about the whole team, and I think they've really listened. So sky's the limit for those guys. Next year, they're obviously going to play much, much bigger roles, but, we'll take a point per minute from them moving forward here as we head to San Antonio.
Next question right here on the left.
I know you all always have a lot of confidence and thought for sure that you were going to win today, but did you think it would be this easy?
No, I didn't. I didn't think we would score this easily, and I'm not. I'm kind of at a loss for words because it's. I don't think it's so much a reflection on Purdue. I think it's a reflection on our guys and how well that they've executed what we try to do, and how well Joey ran the show. I thought our guys were flawless in the last 7 or 8 minutes when they did try to pressure us. They tried to trap us. We made all the right passes, all the right plays. We attacked when we needed to attack. We pulled it out when we needed to pull it out. So I didn't think it'd be this easy, but at the same time, I know what our guys have inside of them, and that's quite a bit. That's a whole lot, and it's your job as a coach to try to pull it out. That's what our staff has tried to do the all season long, but especially these last couple weeks.
Question in the back.
Coach talked to Brandon in the locker room about when they found out they got in on Sunday. It sort of felt like a second chance and something they didn't want to squander. I mean, how much of that do you feel is at play with these guys right now?
I think it was more at play earlier in the week. Now it's just a matter of our guys realize how good we can be. And I think with each win, we're gaining confidence. And part of the way we play is I try not to hold them back. I try to just let them go. And sometimes the assistants get on me and they say, you need to pull them, you need to make sure we're getting a better shot, or we're shooting too quick. And that's just not how I roll, I guess. If they got an open shot and they're a good shooter, go ahead, fling it in there. And it's worked out for us.
Next question.
Coach, the month of February obviously wasn't the easiest, and now you guys are, in the Sweet 16, the NCAA tournament. Can you just talk a bit about the emotions you're feeling right now?
I feel great. I'm so happy for everyone involved with our program, from players to coaches to managers. everyone that's helped us, from our athletic administration, the president of our university, and all of our fans. I mean, it's been just a great ride that we've really enjoyed sharing with everybody at VCU. And the great thing is, these three guys up here, as well as their teammates, they don't want it to end. Now, whoever we play in San Antonio, they're going to be a great team. It'll probably be the best team we've played so far in the NCAA tournament. But that's okay. It's more about us and doing what we need to do. But I feel terrific. I'm looking forward to getting a little bit of sleep when I go back. But just happy that my family could be here. And I love Chicago. I have a history here. So I'm happy that we could come here and we could win these 2 games.
2 more questions. First one here in the middle.
Coach, can you talk about the importance of winning the CBI last year and putting together a string of wins against less familiar teams and how that has helped this group of seniors perform?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's huge, really big for us. And one of the things that happens when you get in conference play is everybody knows what you're doing. They really do a good job preparing to stop you and to score against what you do. And I think teams in our league have done a good job of that. When you get outside the league, teams don't know you as well. I think our style has really been effective. Obviously, in the postseason, this group that we've had the last 2 years, if you add it up, we're 8-0 right now in the postseason. So they're playing. The best thing about it is these 3 guys and really our whole team, we're playing our best basketball when it matters most, playing loose. When you get to this time of year, you know that as soon as you lose, you're done. And I think our guys have done a great job making a conscious decision, saying we don't want to be done.
Last question right here.
Yesterday, your players talked about how the Sweet 16 was a goal. Are you worried about, now that they've met that goal, that there might be a little bit of a letdown?
No, not with our group. It was a goal. It's hanging up in our locker room right now, and we'll talk about what's next after that. But these guys are hungry guys. Joey's nuts. I mean, he wants to win the whole thing, I guarantee you. So, and he kind of leads the way for everybody. So I'm not worried about there being a letdown. I'm just worried about us getting back, getting our rest, taking care of what needs to be taken care of academically, in terms of treatment, all that stuff, and then starting to prepare for whoever wins this game tonight.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.